Hello guys, and welcome to another lesson of Bootstrap. So let's gonna show you how to do collapse and carousels. So the first thing you should do is create a panel. So you already know how to create a panel. So let's create a div with a class panel group. And let's give it an ID of accordion. Now let's create another div with a class panel defaults. And now let's create another one with a class panel heading. Okay, this will be the header. Now inside a header, let's create an h4 with a class panel title, and inside it let's create an anchor tag with linked to the ID content.1, and this ID we will create later on, and also with data toggle property, which equals to collapse, and also data parent equals to ID accordion. Okay, and here let's type collapse 1. Now, as you can see, this ID belongs to this one here. Okay, now down here let's create also a new div class panel. Now let's add another collapse in, since it's the first element and needs to be expanded at first by default. And inside let's create just new div class with panel body, and let's type something like this is the text for section 1 or the content 1. Now let's save this. Now in order to work, we just need to put an ID here that has the content 1. Okay, so let's type content 1. Okay, cool. So now let me just put this in order. Okay, a little bit more space. Okay, cool. Now if you want more sections, you just need to copy the div class panel, which is the panel itself, and copy this, and let's paste this as many panels you want, okay, or sections you want. Let me just create 3 of them, and let me save this and see if it works. obviously we need to update the IDs here. So this will be 2, 2, the 2 here, 2 here, and this one is the 3, 3, and 3, and 3. Okay, I think we are done. Okay, let's save this. And we also need to remove the in class, okay? So take the in, out, leave only the first one, so it will be open by default. Save this. So now if we go to the browser and run the code, this is what we'll have. We have the first section open because we have the in by default here. So it will be open as default when we open the browser. If you click the other ones, you'll see that it will open whenever you click each one of them, okay? For each different section. And this is how we use the collapse panels, or create the collapse panels. Now let's go to, let me show you how to create a carousel, or usually called a slider. So down here, let's create an HR so we can separate. And here let's create a div with a class of carousel slide. We also want to create a data ride attribute with carousel in it as value. And let's create also an ID of carousel example. So here, push this down here. So next we need to create indicators. So now we need to create an OL and the OL must have a class of carousel carousel indicators. Okay, and here I need a list with a data attribute of target equals to ID carousel example, and in here data slide to, and this will be the number of the slide that you want to refer to. Okay, now let's create three, let's copy this and create three of them, three lists. Okay, in here let's change this to 1 and 2, and also the first one by default will be active, so let's give it a class of active. Okay, it will be the one by default opened. Now in order to create the images of the slides itself, or the sections of the slides, you create a new div class with carousel inner, and in here let's type a new div with a class of item. Okay, so I just have a few images that I can use, so I'm going to show you how to put images here. So let's create an image src images sorry, 1.png. This is my first image. And here, let's call this slide. Now let's copy this and do it 2 more times. Here is 2. This is my third image, 3. Okay. So let me save everything. And also let's put here item active. Okay. And there it is. Okay. You'll see 3 images that will change whenever you click here, and obviously automatically they will also change. Now obviously you have to resize your image if you want the image to be at full size on your web page. Okay, so now let me show you how to put left and right controls. So in here, let me type anchor tag with a class, sorry, with href carousel example with a class of left carousel dot control dash control and data slide equals to prev. Now inside the anchor tags, I'm gonna type span and I'm gonna put a glyph icon. So here class, it's glyph icon, it's called chevron left. Okay, now let me save this. Let's see if it works. And there it is. Okay, cool. So now let's go back here. And now very easily, let's do the same thing. Let's copy paste and do the same thing for the right one. Just change here to right. And here, let's type next. And also we need here the href, the ID here. Okay. Let me save this. And also here, we need to put right. Now we are done. And there it is. Okay. So basically now you see that image doesn't reach the full size of the slide, but you can change your image and edit your image size with image editor. So now you can change your slides, okay, by clicking these icons. Cool. So this is how we create carousels and a slider. So hope you like it and see you guys later. Bye.